1940, East London. A tiny tracked vehicle rolls off a factory line. No turret, no roof, barely any armor. It looks like a toy. Soldiers mocked it. Officers doubted it. On paper, it had no business surviving a battlefield. And yet, over 113,000 of these machines would be built, more than any tank, any armored car in history. So the real question is, why did this small, fragile machine become the most successful armored vehicle ever made? This is the Universal Carrier, better known as the Bren Carrier, just 12 feet long, weighing under 4 tons. Armor, only 7 to 10 millimeters, enough to stop bullets. Sometimes it carried a crew of 3, packed into an open steel box with no roof and almost no protection. Its weapon, just a single Bren machine gun. That's it. No cannon, no heavy armor, no real firepower. So why did armies across the world rely on it? To understand the carrier, you need to understand the problem. After World War I, armies learned something brutal. Infantry alone could not survive modern warfare. Machine guns, artillery, snipers, moving on foot meant death. Tanks helped, but tanks had problems. Too expensive, too slow to build, too heavy to deploy. Everywhere you couldn't give every infantry unit a tank. So the British Army needed something else. Something smaller, cheaper, faster. A vehicle that could move with infantry, but still protect them, not a tank, but something that moved like one. The idea didn't start in a factory. It started in a garage in 1925. A British officer, Major Gifford Martel, built a tiny one-man tank using spare parts. It looked ridiculous, but it worked. Soon, 2 engineers, John Carden and Vivian Lloyd, took the idea further. They created small tracked vehicles powered by simple car engines. By 1928, the designs spread across the world. Countries copied them, modified them, improved them. But there was one problem. They were too small, too cramped, too limited. So the British kept evolving the design. By 1939, Britain had multiple versions: machine gun carriers, scout carriers, cavalry carriers. Too many designs, too much confusion. So they made one decision: replace everything with one universal vehicle. And in 1940, the Universal Carrier was born. It wasn't built to dominate battlefields. It was built to do something far more important. Do everything. The design was simple, but brilliant. Engine, Ford V8, same as civilian cars. Speed, 30 miles per hour on roads. Range, around 150 miles. Driver on the left, gunner on the right. Everything packed tightly around the engine. It was fast, low to the ground, easy to produce. But here's where it gets interesting. This vehicle could be turned into almost anything. With small modifications, it became machine gun, carrier, mortar carrier, anti-tank, platform, flamethrower, vehicle, ambulance, supply, transport. It wasn't one machine. It was every machine the infantry needed. Its first real test came in 1940, Battle of France. The British had over 2,000 carriers. They delivered ammo under fire, evacuated wounded soldiers, carried machine gun teams, and when everything collapsed, during the retreat to Dunkirk, these carriers were among the last vehicles still moving. Even the Germans noticed. They captured hundreds and reused them in their own army. In the deserts of North Africa, the carrier proved its true value: fast, light, reliable. Australian troops used them to rush across open desert, outmaneuver enemy defenses, deliver firepower instantly where heavy vehicles failed. The carrier kept moving. On D-Day 1944, universal carriers landed on the beaches of Normandy. Some were fitted with flamethrowers, and these versions were terrifying. German soldiers reportedly surrendered the moment they heard them approaching because they knew flame doesn't miss. This tiny machine fought everywhere: jungles of Burma, mountains of Italy, snow of Eastern Europe. Over 30 countries used it. Even the Soviet Union received thousands. After the war, it kept serving. Israel, Netherlands, Pakistan, island production didn't stop until 1960. So why was it so successful? Not power, not armor, not firepower. It won because it was cheap, simple, flexible, mass producible. While other vehicles tried to be perfect, the universal carrier was just useful. And in war, useful beats perfect every time. It had no turret, no heavy gun, barely any armor, and yet it became the most produced armored vehicle in history. 113,000 units. It didn't win wars alone, but it made everything else possible. That's not glory. That's not power. That's something far more important. That's reliability.